Okay, hey you guys. So I gotta go live on Instagram too. Hey y'all, what's up? What's up? Let me wait the camera off real quick to make sure it's good. Why my other one saying bad connection? Hold on. I want to get live on YouTube. I mean on Instagram. And today we're gonna be talking about. Well, y'all see the title. Hold on, cause why Instagram trying to give me a hard time? All right. Hey. Okay, so we got Instagram and we got YouTube going. All right, let me know. I don't know why Instagram keeps saying poor connection, but like, what's going on with that? I might need to switch it to this phone. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me. Technical difficulties, real quick. I'm gonna switch it to my other phone so we can have both at the same time. But yeah, so today we're gonna be talking about um, something that's very important when you're on your journey, and this is about ultimately trusting your intuition. And a lot of times we are sticking to these spells and these rituals that people tell us, but we don't take time to really listen to what our intuition is telling us or what is our spirit guides trying to deliver to us, right? Y'all know last month we went over a lot of the clairs and a lot of ways that spirit communicates with us. But if we are so focused on what we think we should do, or we're so focused on following some type of list, or we're so focused on following some type of rules, sometimes we miss our intuition in that moment. We miss what spirit is trying to tell us. We miss the downloads, right? So I wanted to tell you guys, I went to the market yesterday, the farmer's market, and I was guided to pick up some things. Spirit was talking to me, so I was like, okay. And I didn't even really have no extra money to just be spending, but I heard spirit talking to me like, grab this, grab that. So I was like, okay, okay. Even some of the stuff that I grabbed that we're going to talk about, well, one of them, I wasn't really familiar with the herb, but I do this all the time, and I listen to spirit even when I go to get candles and things like that. I listen to my spirit guides. All right, so it looks like it's up and running live. Yes, this is much better. This connection is not doing that. Okay. I appreciate y'all patience too. I missed you guys. I want to start going live on here again more often. All right, and then let me go ahead and add the picture. Right, so, okay, notes. So yeah, so for everybody who's on Instagram watching the replay, because everybody doesn't have YouTube, have me on YouTube. Some people got just Instagram. So basically what today's video is going to be about is telling you guys to trust your intuition, right? A lot of times we get sidetracked by listening to certain direction and spells, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's certain things that can work, but I want you guys to listen to your intuition more when it comes to your own journey, right? Y'all know why I created this channel. I created this channel for everybody to be able to find their own magic, right? The real healer, the real healers and magicians and things like that help you lead you to your own magic, lead you to be able to do these things yourself, right? Because what's the point if you can't do it yourself, you know? So the first thing that I was guided to grab was rosemary. All right. Where is it at? Was fresh rosemary. All right. So spirit led me straight to this rosemary, and rosemary is an ancient herb. We're going to go over a little bit of different ways. I'm going to tell you guys with everything I picked up. We're going to go over the spiritual correspondence and ways that you can use it. So when it comes to rosemary, and it was only like $1.49. So that's another thing too. I wanted to do this to show you guys how You could be grocery shopping and go ahead and get you some herbs and things like that and do your magic, right? Especially in a time where things seem like, everybody's acting like the sky's falling, and it's like you got a couple extra dollars, okay? But yeah, so with rosemary, it's an ancient herb that literally every tradition has used, okay? Historically, it comes from the Mediterranean, Romans, Greeks, and Egyptians. And they use it for purification, remembrance, protection, and anointing. It was considered sacred to Aphrodite and also to Mary in Christian folklore. Now, rosemary is one of my OG favorites. This one is one of my most familiar herbs that I use all the time. It's really good for protection, memory, mental clarity, purification. And then what I was going to tell you guys too is that not only do you use it in ritual, but use it and like drink it, ingest it, right? Like I told you guys this, if you guys watched my video yesterday, and I say it all the time. If you want to manifest something on a high level, right, and you want a higher chance of something manifesting for you, you want to go ahead and do something 3 different ways, right? You may do a spell 3 different ways, or however many different ways for that same result. What does that look like? Okay, you could drink the rosemary, right? You could eat the rosemary. You could put it in, dress your candle with it, take a bath with it. Those is 4 different ways to be able to bring that energy into your frequency. All right. So yeah. So when it's saying memory, mental clarity, especially if you have brain fog, drinking it in a tea, it's really good for purification, banishing negativity. One of the ways I love to use fresh herbs is to literally just head to toe take them, and you could do this on your kids, yourself, however, but just take the herbs and like rub it down your body, right? And do it intuitively how you feel guided to do it, right? Strengthening your intuition is really good for that. Cleansing the home and the aura. All right. So ways that you can use it, like we said, putting it in a bath. You can also, while you're in the bath, take it while it's wet and go over your body, cleanse yourself. Um, you can, and that'll give you a nice reset to your energy. You can burn it like smudge for protection and clarity. So you could burn it. You could put it on a charcoal disc, however that resonate, or even put it in a bundle and burn it. We spoke about the tea already, brewing the raspberry tea. I mean the rosemary tea to awaken your intuition and clear your brain fog. Um, Place rosemary under your pillow for your dreams and psychic messages, especially at this time with Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Dreams been intense, right? So when spirit pulls you to rosemary, it usually means you're entering a new chapter that requires clarity, protection, or a fresh energetic start. All right. So if you guys get drawn to any of the herbs in the video, I'm going to tell you why you're drawn towards it. Now, the next thing after the rosemary we got is dill. All right. So the next thing I was guided to get was dill. And y'all can see it. And a lot of people really do sleep on dill spiritually. But dill has deep magical roots. And historically, dill comes from the Mediterranean, Western Asia, and it was used by Greeks for healing, but also by the medieval practitioners for protection against dark energy and the evil eye. And I love the medieval times. Like I love that whole little, like I'm into that whole little thing. So I did read a couple uh, books of literature that spoke about them using dill a lot in witchcraft in the medieval times. So I thought that was very interesting. The spiritual correspondence when it comes to dill, prosperity and money attraction, protection from jealousy or the evil eye, brings luck, breaking hexes or negative intentions, strengthening boundaries. And we know, especially now at this time, a lot of us are dealing with boundaries, right? A lot of us are having to reset our boundaries, and boundaries are being reset, and it's Scorpio season. So that's a really good one that you can add, especially right now at this time. If you're feeling like that's something that resonates, that's really good for that. And you can just put it in your bath. Um, if you want to do it that way, or do your body down, wet it, and go down your body with it. You can also add dill to your money bowls or your prosperity bell spells. Um, I was about to say bill. Somebody may need to get a bill. Carry a pinch in your wallet for financial flow. Steep in water and sprinkle around your home for protection. And if you feel called to dill, spirit is nudging you toward securing the bag and protecting your blessings. So if you feel guided to that one, the most, that could be what's going on for you right now. And this one was only 99¢. Like, all these is under $1.50. All right. The next thing I got is mint. It's like the opposite. I'm like, which way? Which way? That glare. When it comes to mint, this one is all about movement, fresh energy, and opening doors. When you think about mint too, like, I love drinking mint tea. It's one of my favorites. But when you think about it, it's just very fresh. It's very, like that. To me, it just awakens the insides. All right. Mint's origin goes back to ancient Greece, where it was associated with transformation. The nymph mint is MITHE, was transformed into the mint plant. Spiritual correspondence for mint, it attracts blessings, is really good for energy cleansing. Because that's another thing too. When I say it awakens, it's like a energy sweep, in my opinion. Like, it clears the energy. Um, it also brings success, mental clarity. What is that? Road opening, healing, and speeding up your manifestations. Now, speeding up your manifestations is one of the ones that I absolutely love. And if you have, this is just one of the things that popped into my head. I didn't even put it in my notes. But if you have a like, say if you have some type of money, like a bill you got to pay, or court date, or something that needs to be handled, or something that you want to be rushed, like say you waiting on a check, or you waiting on something that's not coming quick enough, you can use the mint, wrap the paper in the mint, and then go ahead and just put it away, forget about it, and it'll help to speed it up. Or if you don't have, like, say if you're waiting for a check, you can make a fake check, right? But using your imagination, and take the mint with that, wrap it up, maybe even put it in an envelope like you about to open it as mail, right? And it will speed it up for you. Okay. Uh, Other ways to use it, you can brew mint tea, like I said earlier, for mental clarity or to energize your spirit. All right. You can add it to baths for cleansing and attracting positive energy. And you can do it the way I told you guys, or it's multiple different ways. And like I told you guys with that, trusting your intuition, trust your intuition. And also, not only just trust your intuition, but also give your intuition the space to be able to speak up. If you, like, it's just like a child. If you always pushing a child, and it's like, you always pushing a child to be quiet, be quiet, be quiet, sit down, be quiet, be quiet, be quiet. That child's gonna get to a point where they don't really want to talk no more. So it's like, when you ignoring your intuition for so long, you gotta build that relationship back up, and it takes time to be able to hear it, to get that voice louder, to hear the insights, to hear the downloads louder. It takes time, but be patient with the process. Okay. Um, Use mint and spells when you want things to move fast. We spoke about that. And another thing too, well, to piggyback off my last statement, it's like, we're constantly being, like, it's constantly things around us that are making us, not making us, but trying to make us sleep. You know, look at the movie They Live. It's constantly things around us. Look at the movie They Live. It's constantly things around us, you know, sending certain messages. So, you know, we got to constantly be making a safe space for our intuition to speak up, making a safe space for our intuition to be able to give us the information that we may need, but have may ignored for a long time. You know what I'm saying? All right. Another way is rubbing mint leaves between your hands to activate your aura. All right. That's a really good one. A lot of people really sleep on fresh herbs too. Like, I love fresh herbs, and the way that the healing and different things could take place when it comes to fresh herbs, people really sleep on that. People really sleep on that, and it's way more cost effective using fresh herbs. And I feel like a lot of times you get more potent results, you know? So, yeah, if spirit has led you to grabbing mint, you're stepping into a season of movement, momentum, and fresh opportunities, right? And that's also something where, like, you know, you can get mint gum, get different things, you know, to tailor it. Like, you go into a new interview, you want this new opportunity, get you some mint gum, you know, like certain things like that. And then it's also intriguing and interesting to pay attention to how certain things are already aligned and correlated within society. You know, like, why is it that they say, like, you know, put a mint, you know how they be like, when we was in school, they used to be like, chew on a mint and it'll help you awaken. Like, you know, like we have a test that day, they're like, oh, chew on a mint, it'll help your brain function better. Da, da, da. I know I'm not, like, I know they've been telling kids that. Why is that? It's very interesting and intriguing to pay attention to uh, the things that already are right in front of us that we may not just have noticed, you know, until we decode it and it's brought to our attention. All right, so the next thing that I got is marjoram. And this is the next thing I was called to. And I don't really think I've ever used this one, but I was called to this one next. And marjoram is one of the sweetest, softest energies spirit can guide you to. It's gentle but powerful. All right. So I was like, okay. Sound like me. Originating from the Mediterranean, marjoram was sacred to Aphrodite and used as a symbol of love, harmony, and peace. So when I seen that, I was like, oh yeah, I need that. I need that. I need that. Let me another instant, y'all. Hold on. My instant just went out. I'm like, what's that smell? It's on burning on top of that wax. Is that another instant? Get the vibe set. I'm gonna show you guys these incense too, because I was called to grab these. 24 karat magic. Mm-mm. I really like this incense too. Oh, matter of fact, let me show y'all the candle I was guided to get to. And I was in excuse my hair, y'all. I just was working out. This is my workout week. But yeah, I was just in, what's the name of that stuff? Hold on. The Nam Day Moon store. It's a farmer's market. If you know, you know. And a lot of times too, like, I always like shopping at farmers markets and like farm grocery stores and stuff like that. Like, it's always better, in my opinion. The vibe. This is where I was at. Like them, and they have good prices, especially on the herbs. And they got candles in there, right? Can't beat it. So this is the candle that when Spirit told me to grab this candle, I'm like, really, Spirit? Like, because I've had a lot of experience with this candle right here. And this candle ain't for no week, especially if you're a practitioner or you're any of that. I definitely recommend this candle, but make sure that you're ready when you do get it. Okay, because I'm like, really, Spirit, this is what we doing? I'm getting chills just talking about it because I'm like, if you know, you know. Like when I show y'all the candle and I tell y'all the name, y'all gonna be like, oh, I see why she said that. Unless you don't know about it. But if you know about it, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what she's talking about. Because Spirit will have you, I'm telling you, be up in the spiritual desert in the astral realm, like, hold on, wait, what the hell? What the fuck going on? Like for real, this candle right here, I do not recommend it to everybody because it will really take you into some deep, like deep experiences in the dream world and also even in a living world, you know, in the waking. All right. But this candle is called Mystic African Herb Oil Candle, and it has Congo on the top. And it says that it's good for Congo mysteries revealed, witch doctor power, protection, chase away evil, and good dreams come true. Now, this is what the candle look like. And this is not my first time. This ain't my first rodeo with this candle. So when Spirit was telling me to grab this candle, I'm like, no. I'm literally like, I'm like, no, y'all. I'm literally like, I almost didn't want to be obedient to Spirit because I'm like, bro, I don't want to. And it's Scorpio season. I'm telling y'all, that candle. Find out for y'all self. But yeah, so even when I get my candle, I listen to my intuition. And I was like, cause that candle, like, it really, I done seen some intense things. Like some things that I feel like some people, you know, may have never come back from certain type of visions and stuff like that. That's why I say I don't recommend it to everybody because it's like it's deep. That candle is deep. But if you're a practitioner or you're of the occult or you've been doing this, I recommend it to you because it's really great benefits that come with it. Like a lot of blessings come with it, but it's something that's not for the spiritually weak. Like it's serious. It ain't none of that. Oh, this is my first candle. Like, nah, it's not none of that. It ain't that right there, baby. Not that one, okay? But yeah, back to Marjoram. All right. And so I found out that it was tied to Aphrodite. And when I seen symbol of love, harmony, and peace, I'm like, oh, okay. Perfect. Perfect. And if I'm looking back and forth, yeah, I know I got YouTube and Instagram. Okay. But yes, and let's pause for the cause. If you guys did not get your spots on the new moon in Scorpio ritual, I'm telling you, it's going down. It's going down. It's going down in a major way. And I hope y'all ready. We will be doing a blockbuster and a sacral chakra activation. We know Scorpio rules over the sacral chakra. All right, so get your spots. Text 770-666-2466 to inquire about that. The donation is $22.22 for each one, but if you are joining both, I am offering a discount, right? So instead of paying $44.44, you could pay $33.33. All right. But I'm not posting that. So if you heard it in the video, you hearing it now, text and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do two and I want to do the special. Period. All right. So back to Marjoram. All right. The spiritual correspondence for Marjoram is heart healing. Oh, you can see better now too. Heart healing, emotional soothing, peace in the home, love drawing, easing grief, protection through softness. And I said I really resonate with a lot of that energy because um me personally, I feel like spirit is allowing me to be in my soft feminine energy again, and not just the soft feminine energy that goes viral, but the soft feminine energy that feels safe to be itself, right? In environment space, and it doesn't have to feel um threatened or something may happen when it's vulnerable. It's like I feel like I could be safe again, and I feel like this is really going to be good when I use it. because I know that was something that I was healing off my heart, some type of emotional healing. And it's something that's going on collectively, especially with this year being ruled by, oh yeah, it's a lot of deep revelations and things like that going on. So yeah. Ways that you can use it, you can add it to love baths. It says also sprinkling around the home for peace and harmony as well. Um, you can use it in spells for healing relationships or softening communication. And that's something too where with this Mercury retrograde, I'm learning how to communicate more softly. And I thought that was very interesting too, right? And also learning like what's important. Like, like I'm such a Virgo sometimes, and like I could be a little analytical. A little, right? And sometimes the details get to me, like as in like me personally, I don't forget nothing. I don't forget nothing. I remember everything. I remember everything. If I have a conversation with somebody and just like my Uber driver, he like, oh, how you know my last name? I know I don't forget nothing. I see if I see it one time, I ain't gonna never forget. You understand me? So with that being said, it's like at the same time, sometimes communication has, certain things don't need to be said, things like that. So this is good. I feel like that's going to be good and serving for that purpose. So yeah, you can also sprinkle around the home for peace and harmony. Like we said, using the spells for healing relationships or softening communication. And then you can steep this and make a tea as well for emotional healing, which I definitely probably will be making. I'm probably going to grab a little bit of all of them and make a tea with all of them. Now, this one says if you're guided towards marjoram, spirit is helping you soften, heal, or restore harmony, especially in your home or relationships, which highly resonates. So I was like, that's what's up. All right. So the next thing that I was guided to grab, which I grab this one often. This is one of my things that spirit has me pick up often, but it's been a while. Okay, so this is coconut water with the pulp, and I didn't even realize, like how spiritual it really is. When you think about the roots of it, like it's always good to go deep. I'm not a surface level person. I'm a deep person, and I feel like a lot of times if we was to go deep instead of trying to always do more, like I feel like a lot of times in society we be all the time trying to just do more, but sometimes it don't require you to do more. It just requires you to, go deeper on whatever you already have, as in the magician energy, right? You already have what you need. Sometimes we overthinking it. But yeah, so coconut is considered sacred. We know this from many different cultures: African culture, Caribbean culture, Hindu, and many indigenous traditions. It's used for offerings, cleansing, purification, hydration of the spirits, and connecting to the divine feminine and lunar energy. All right, now we have our new moon on the 20th as well in Scorpio. This is also a great offering to give to Yimaye. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to put it in a spot that's good for y'all to see. So it's good. It's a good offering to offer up for her and like divine feminine water spirits. The spiritual correspondence with the coconut water with the pulp is purification. We know that spiritual nourishment, emotional cleansing, and even just like when I feel like heavy energy and it just like feels really stagnant, I will like with no hair on and none of that on my scalp, I will pour coconut water over my head and just let it just come down, because it's like even just cracking the coconut over my head and letting the pouring the juice over my head, because it's like it's an undescribable feeling, right, of healing, because coconut is really good to cool down situations. So if you are dealing with something that is seemingly hectic or seemingly toxic, coconut is really, really good to cool that situation down, right? And anything that's really heated. And if you're not able to, like, you're like, okay, well, how would I do that? You could write the situation down, pour the coconut water over it, and speak over that, right? Create it, spell words, create that, and kind of channel the energy which way you want it to go. But all you could do is write down whatever the situation is that could be heated, and go ahead and pour it on there. Maybe even put it in a bowl if you want to have that extra. It's also really good with connecting with the ancestors and deities. Coconut is something that is a lot of ancestors and deities receive. Okay. Ways that you can use it as well includes drinking it before and after spiritual work, and it helps to cleanse you internally. Especially if you are doing any type of darker work, dark nature work is really good. Okay. Add a splash to your spiritual baths for purification and healing. Like I said, same aspect of you pouring it over your head. It helps to heal you. It helps to heal your auric field, and reset you in a way. You can use as offerings, like we spoke about earlier, to divine feminine spirits. But you can also give to your ancestors, like we said. And lastly, if you mix a little bit with Florida water for a gentle, that's like a gentle cleansing ritual. So you can even make that into like a little spray to use really quick, and or however. Excuse me, but of course, if you make it into a little spray, it's only gonna be fresh for so long, so you gotta be careful with that. Oh, excuse me. But if you use it for that one and done, you got them, them little really, really small spray jars. Get one of those, stick in your purse, and you make it just for that day. And throughout that day, you just spray it and cleanse your energy, cleanse your energy. You know what I'm saying? That'll be good. When spirit has you grab coconut water, especially with the pulp, that is a sign of cleansing, renewal, and nourishing your spiritual body, right? And if you was guided towards that, that's why, right? That's what spirit could be telling you. Now pineapple, you see, I grabbed the pineapple as well. Like, it's all opposite way I got it. So, yes, my bad. I was drawing a brain fart a little bit. But pineapple, whenever I get drawn towards pineapple, I know like big blessings is on the way. Like, especially when I'm like, I need to get a pineapple, because I'm literally allergic to pineapple. Like, especially if I eat a whole lot. But I can eat a little bit if, as long as it's not close to the, what's the name? Don't have me itching. But like, so if I'm talking about grabbing a pineapple most times, because like I'll drink pineapple juice, but like fresh pineapple, like I don't like having that experience and having to be scared. So usually I don't go to the fresh pineapple. I go to like the fresh juice. I drink the juice often. But with the fresh one, so I'm like, whenever spirit's guiding me towards that, it's either Oshun or some big blessings about to come, and even or both. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so when it comes to pineapple has a powerful spiritual history, and it's through many cultures as well. And a lot of different cultures look at it as a symbol of hospitality, sweetness, wealth. My leg, I gotta stretch. I had worked out. Fertility, and opening the roads for good fortune. Okay. It was once so rare and expensive that only royalty or the wealthy could afford to serve it, which is why it still symbolizes luxury and abundant blessings. The spiritual correspondence for pineapples is number one, it draws in prosperity. Number two, sweetening your life up and your relationships. Y'all know we do our pineapple spells and stuff like that. We didn't have our group rituals in the pineapple. Enhancing fertility, whether it be creative, financial, or literal fertility. Attracting good luck. Okay, road opening and welcoming good spirits. All right, higher vibrational spirits. Ways that you can use it: you can place a whole pineapple on your altar to attract abundance and sweet opportunities, which is like, I always like to sit it on there and let it, at least for a day. Cut. That's why I try to get it to where it's a little bit green. So try to get it where it's a little bit green, so you have to worry about the gnats and stuff, because it's not going to be ready until you let it sit there that day. And then cut and eat it with intention. Say, I am receiving blessings as you intake it. I even drink it, so even as you drink it. However, you can also use the juice in sweetening spells or your jars, honey jars, manifestation, any type of manifestation jar. You can use it in there. You can add the peel to your spiritual bath, or you can boil it and use that. And you can take a bath for like prosperity, joy, abundance, uh, femininity. But when your spirit guides are guiding you towards pineapple, is telling you, prepare for sweetness, expansion, and blessings that feel good to your soul. Period. Period. All right. Why? Now, this is another one. Why you should keep a small bowl of candy with coins. This is a bonus that I want to tell you guys, because it's not from the store. Oh, but let me tell you, I told you about the candle already. So let me show you the instance before I tell you about the bowl of candy. So I was guided to get these 24 karat natural incense, and I love getting incense out of the farmers market, because they always be the real good, like handmade looking incense with the powder and stuff on them. Love them. Okay, it says Nandita 24 karat incense is the true traditional recipe of the most popular Indian incense enjoyed around, what was that, around the world. Nandita incense is a unique blend of rare herbs and flowers, resins, and essential oils. When you light a Nandita incense, you assure yourself a safe and natural experience. Period. All the ingredients of this quality product are purely natural, non-toxic, and ozone friendly. Oh, I didn't know that. Period. But yeah. Let me put it right. I can't see it. I can kind of see it right there. But yeah, so I wanted to tell you guys why you should keep small bowls of candy with coins. All right. And you can also put like a key in there. I also have some black tourmaline, because I want it to come in a grounded center way. All right. I don't always do that, but I do have it in there right now, because I just need my shit to just chill. Like, I don't need no crazy abundance, like in a crazy way. I just need things to come in stable. So I got some black tourmaline in there. And then this box is actually one of these little boxes I got out of Michael's or Hobby Lobby, and my daughter painted it. So you see, she had painted it. And it was my jewelry box at first, like with my belly rings and stuff like that. My belly button ring. But I decided to put candy in it and use it for the altar and to bring money in. I also have like this little star thing in there too. It's like, all it is like a little star confetti. If y'all was OG followers, remember back in the day when I used to ship my orders off of Etsy, I used to have stars and all these little confetti coming out the box when you open it. And it's some of that. I still have that. Like, I still have some of that confetti. That's insane. Y'all know. If y'all know, y'all know. Okay. So yeah. So before I wrap the video up, I want to put y'all on. I want to put y'all down, because it's very simple, but so powerful. All right. Keeping this small bowl of candy with coins in your home. All right. So this is a practice that's rooted in many traditions. When I looked it up, it's rooted. I know it from hoodoo, but Bruhaya, Asian folk magic, and ancestor practices, a lot of them do this. And like I told you guys about Hallows Eve, like when it's across a lot of cultures, it's something that we should pay attention to. It's something that we should take time to, dig a little deeper and see, like, why are they doing that? They all doing that? They ain't crazy, okay? So what it represents is sweetening. It can help sweeten your home's energy. And I also put them in my pop out like about too. Yeah, he right there. He got some candy in him too, and some coins, and he also got. I put some little Lego palm trees in there because I'm trying to go to the beach. I'm gonna try to go back to the beach. All right, so I'm just letting him know what I need. Okay, but yeah. So you can sweeten up your home energy. It also attracts money to you and it attracts money to stay. Okay. It also invites good spirits that bring abundance, right? They like candy. They like coins. Okay. Keeping your ancestors fed and acknowledged. It's a good sign of that as well. It's like something that's way more simple than having to cook a meal and put a meal out. And you don't have to really watch this or pay attention to this. You know how like if you cook it for your ancestors and you put out a plate or you cooking for a DT, you put out a plate. Okay, now you gotta watch and see, okay, how long am I gonna keep it right there? Da, da, da. Candy, it's in a wrapper. You could put like it's way more simple but highly effective. Um and it also helps with maintaining an open flow of blessings, right? Because you think about it too, it's like you got, like I said, don't just think surface, think deep. Candy is tied to what? Kids, right? Manifestation is tied to what? Imagination, which is also tied to kid energy. Papa Legba also is like, they say he's a place that things like that, but it's more of youthful energy. So it's bringing in manifestation because manifestation comes from that youthful energy, if that makes sense, you know? So candy, it equals sweetness. Coins equals prosperity. How can we go wrong? All right. So together they create like a symbolic offering that says, may sweetness and wealth stay in his home. Period. All right. Spirits and ancestors love offerings with sweetness. It raises the vibration of your space. Coins magnetize wealth energy and encourage money to circulate towards you, not away from you. It acts like an energetic welcome mat for good luck, good energy, and good opportunities. It softens the vibes in your home, making it easier for blessings to enter. And where you could put it, I have this one specifically, and I had it in the closet, and it's like all by like I made some oils that I'm gonna be selling soon. So I got the oils over there. They brewing up in their big jars before they get into their little jars. I got some like essential oils, perfumes, and but basically like the oil is it's right there by the abundance oil. So they both just feeding off each other energy, just and it's also just making that room also feel good. You could put it by the front door, okay, on a small shelf or also like I said, how I got mine in the closet right there, but it's you know, and in your kitchen. A lot of people don't know this, but your kitchen is the wealth corner of the home. This is why they say you got a dirty kitchen, you got your money, you probably got you ain't got that much money. Or a lot of people will say if your kitchen is not clean, your finances probably are not in order because your kitchen is tied to it's the wealth corner of your home. All right. And a lot of people wonder why, like, why they're not getting blessed and why is your kitchen clean? Is your kitchen clean? It sounds simple. But is your kitchen clean? Is the dishes in the sink? You know what I'm saying? Is your kitchen clean? Because a lot of times, if you clean that kitchen, I remember when I was staying in my last apartment, every time I was doing a floor wash every day. And every time I would do this floor wash, every single day made over $100. Promise you. Kitchen stayed spotless, and every single day I would do that floor wash in that kitchen and save money. And I was just like, damn. Every time I mop this floor, I swear to God, it would be like clockwork. I'm mopping it. Sometimes before I even finish, a client would be hitting me up about getting the service, or I'd already had a cash app or something. Like it works. Okay. So Yes, keep that little bow because it's such a simple way to keep your home sweet, blessed, and open to spiritual prosperity. Okay, now I gotta pee, y'all. I gotta go. I gotta go. Let me make sure I didn't leave anything out. So yeah, I guess in essence, not I guess, but in essence, I want you guys to understand, your spirit always knows what you need before your mind does. Okay. So when you walk into a store and you tell your spirit guys to guide you, trust that pull, trust where they guide you to. Um, you're not randomly drawn to certain herbs. Your higher self is literally speaking to you. All right. These items are mirrors. They reflect the chapter your soul is in. It's amazing. Rosemary for clarity and protection, dill for prosperity, mint for movement, marjoram for emotional healing, coconut water for spiritual cleansing. All right. So the next time you go shopping, don't just buy what you think you need. Buy what spirit puts in your hand. And be smart enough to listen. Be obedient and listen to your higher self. Trust yourself, trust your intuition, and trust your magic. All right. I love you guys. Love yourself. I will see you guys in my next one. If you guys have anything, any requests, things that you want to see, let me know because it's going down. It's going down. Y'all see, we going back to the basics. We going back to the basics. If y'all didn't peep the videos about the oil, I'm doing more oil videos. But if y'all didn't peep the videos about the oil, go check that out. Because these simple ways, you can literally go so far with this. All right. So I love y'all. Love yourself. I gotta be.